the clock started, and the action has begun. There we go.
All right, and she is once again taken straight off to Matoya's cave. Gonna go see what those items are. Got our first look at level 1 Black Magic, Quad X, Brack. Those are both great options. Wappy has found Cure 4 and Exit.
Wow. Okay. So that's pretty decent. That's a good.
Yeah, I'll absolutely take that. Don't have any sweepers yet, but that is certainly enough to be able to take out Garland. So, quick Quad X or Brack will take down Garland, get you a couple of levels so you can use level 2 magic, and that should give us an AoE for the pirate. Yeah, Leggy Starscream is loving those spells. Yeah, that's exactly what our runners want to see.
Ooh, oh dear. Garland has Stinger, so 2 of the characters have been poisoned, but there it is. Wappy's moving straight to level 4, and Tyranek's gonna follow right behind. Oh, and I see a 44,000 gold piece katana.
Yeah, katanas are nice. We actually have a thief this time around, so that could certainly be useful for the end game. As King today has the bottle, and the princess in this seed has the rod for us. So, good couple of key items to get us some extra EXP and gold going. Wappy gonna give us a look at level 2 Black Magic and White.
Really liked what Tyranex did there. After he got those 2 items, he casted Exit, and it went right back to the Temple of Fiends where his airship was, so he was immediately able to go, airship, I'm out of here, moving on to the next thing, which is Matoya's cave. So, I mean, but it's stuff like that, which is why Tyranex was at one point, had a top 10 double. In other words, he was top 10 in SRL in both Final Fantasy Randomizer and Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Yep, level 2 has some more good magic for our runners. We saw Fire 3, Warp, and Fast for Black Magic, and we saw Cure 3 and Soft as a potential pickup for White Magic.
I'm looking for chat to say reroll any moment now. Okay, what do we have over in the Titan's Cave? Not a lot.
Kyukatsuki asks, what's incentivized in this flag set? The incentives are the main NPCs, so Sarda, the Circle of Sages, all the main NPCs. The Marsh Cave is incentivized, and the locked chest in Corneria Castle is incentivized. For incentive items, we have the base required quest items, the Tail, the Mazamune, and the Power Gauntlet, which means that there's always going to be one loose item, and other than that, our runners will know exactly what's available to them.
Alright, so it looks like Wappy's checking out Crescent Lake. I'm assuming we're going to see the item of the Circle of Sages here in just one moment's time. But first, checking out all the stores, and there's really a bunch of... oh no, there's Life 2 and Invis 2, so gonna want to come back there at some point.
Yeah, Life 2 and Invis 2 could both be really good for White Magic. Unfortunately, Nuke is not in the Red Wizard learnable slot this time at level 6, so Nuke is off the table, and we've got the Canoe from the Circle of Sages.
Yeah, so the Canoe really isn't all that great, because nobody pretty much is going to go to the Castle of Ordeals anyway, so... or the Waterfall Cave, but and it just came to my mind because Sarda gave away the cube there.
Well, I mean, I've seen runners make a play for Waterfall from time to time. I'm not sure that we'll see it in this particular layout. It really depends on what's going to be available at level 3 and 4 Magic. If we see another level 3 Fade, for instance, I don't know that our runners will take the time. But definitely a class change could be very important if we don't have good magic.
So this is the one interesting thing about these flags. Normally, when you play Final Fantasy Randomizer, excuse me, you avoid the Earth Cave like the plague. But in these flags, you're like, oh, Earth Cave, where's Earth Cave? Hurry up! And there's some evidence of that with Wappy running into wizard vampires and zombie dragons. A little bit too strong for that right now, but that's going to be worth a ton later.
Yeah, the 3 really accessible trap tiles in Earth Cave make it a very strong play in Chaos Rush. Volcano is typically a close second with its 2 trap tiles and massive number of chests on the second. A lot of times our runners will end up finding a grind tile between those 2 locations, or between the 3 trap tiles that open with the Mystic Key between Northwest Castle and Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, what do we have here? Well, there's some gold bracelets up for sale over in Melmond. Our contestants on the left side of your screen have just found that out. We're going to check out the Dwarf Cave a little bit, and we find, Flame Shield. That's probably just going to be turned in for money later, I'm guessing.
Tarnin taking that bottle up to Crescent Lake, going to set the ferry free and see what, we know we're going to get the Oxyel, actually. Fetch quest turn-ins are vanilla, but is using the opportunity to check out the armor shop, finds pro capes available, and in the item shop, not a...
Yeah, but it's still not a bad idea to pick up that Oxyel, because that is still an additional 20% added to your experience gains.
Got some questions coming out in chat. Have we seen the Crown? Nope, not yet. And have we seen Marsh Cave? Not yet. Be curious to see if either of any of our runners decide to dive either Marsh Cave or Waterfall. And Tarnin going west. He might be making a play for Waterfall. Oh, first going to stop off at the Cardi Isle.
I do know what I did. I do know what I did see over on Wappy's side. Level 4 Fade. So obviously that's going to be a really good
slot 1 or slot 3.
I'm sorry, Shadow. I talked over you. What was that?
And Fade is slot 1, which means the Red Wizard the Red Mage can learn. So level 4 White Magic being the premier for AoE.
Oh, here we go. We're doing a Marsh Cave dive now. Here's the other interesting thing about these flags, if you haven't noticed yet. The monster groups are totally randomized, so we could run into, say, iron golems in this Marsh Cave.
If we find absolutely anything, anywhere here in the Chaos Rush flag set, it's intended to kind of spice things up. You never know what's safe, you never know what's dangerous, or where you might find good EXP. So keep it fast and loose, and lots of Lady Starscream pointing out in chat, including Warmech. That's right. Warmech is a wild encounter that you can fight in this flag set.
Yeah, one of the things I'm really looking forward to in future editions of the randomizer, I believe there is now an option for Unleashed Warmech, which means Warmech is apparently an option in all the zones, and we'll get back to that in a minute. We found the Masamune over in the Marsh Cave.
Masamune's a great pickup. Wappy's got to be very happy about that. Going to be able to do a lot of damage now with that. And indeed, he's going right back to Earth Cave. Going to try fighting the Wiz-Vamps and Zombie D's again, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be still very risky because those wizard vampires are very, very strong.
They're very strong, but they're worth a lot of experience points, and we could get a lot of levels going. He's got Fade, he's got Fire 3, so that's a lot of damage that he can out.
Yeah, let's hope they can go down a hurry, and they do! Nice! Wappy scores 8,000 points and 87 levels.
That's going to go a long way to getting him started. Now he's going to be able to exit and house up to restore those spell charges. And he's going to have a lot more HP to be able to fight this fight again.
Yeah, this is really working out for Wappy. Might be getting out of that 0-point hole that he dug into in race 1.
Yep, this is a really good grind, and I'm not sure our other runners have found it or are willing to try it just yet. So if he can get started early, this is going to be a really big payoff.
Yeah, boom. Just one fade and it's already 6,000 more experience points. Now, the grind's going to be, I'm guessing the grind's going to be a little bit longer with this setup than we had in race number 1. So, I mean, we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I would say with this particular party, you don't have anybody that's really a frontline fighter. So I would say you're probably looking at a level 30 minimum to even try Temple of Fiends. And our runners might not even necessarily be comfortable with that.
Look what happened over in Tarnin's side. 18,000 experience points off of airs. And that is 12 levels for the White Mage. And yes, he can get out. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra HP for that White Mage. And he might even consider using the White Mage as a frontline tank, given that he's going to be able to restore all the HP immediately and go back to... Oh, no, Life 2's not here. Go back to be able to fight those airs again. Using that White Mage as a little bit of an HP sponge to soak up their attacks could give him exactly what he needs to get the extra EXP on the other Light Warriors.
Yeah, but Tarnin has a problem because guess who's already level 24?
Yeah, Wappy is doing an excellent grind here. He's playing it nice and safe, exiting out and saving often. He's really setting himself up.
Yeah, this is really working out. Meanwhile, looks like Tyrannex is going to try Grey Worms, which is only 4,200 experience, so not as good as the Zombie Ds and the Wizard Vampires.
I mean, it's only 4,200 experience points, but it's also a much safer grind. It's something that he feels comfortable doing, and sometimes you have to make the choice to take a grind that you know that you can do that's less optimal over something that could be potentially very dangerous that's very lucrative, especially if he hasn't seen this Zombie D Wizvamp tile. You can spend a lot of time looking for, those top 10 tiles or whatever, but it really all boils down to finding something that will get you on the board.
Well, looks like Tarnin's found the Zombie Ds and the Wizard Vampires, and he's going to be very happy very soon if he wins, and I do believe he will do just that.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if Tarnin decides to bring that thief back or try and just do a two-man power grind, given that he does not have the tail. Either strategy could be very viable.
Yeah, that's going to be a good question there. Pro Rings and Pro Capes over on the Red Mage. That's, I believe, 16 additional Absorb?
Yes, each of those items is 8. And it looks like Tarnin is going to go with trying to do a two-man grind here. Can't say that I blame him. That Thief isn't going to do a whole lot. Even swinging the Mazmune is not going to do that much damage because the Thief has a much lower base attack growth than the Fighter.
But now, would Tarnin have to go to a higher level as a result?
That's something to consider for sure. And that really depends on what the alternate boss and the Topher Fiends look like. I would not be surprised doing a two-man grind if he decides to just jump straight to, let's say, like level 40 or something. And he could get there very quickly with a two-man grind. And Wappy is going to go for a dive at Topher. Going to test the waters and see if the Topher bosses are easy.
Yeah, and Wappy doesn't know it yet, but clearly has the lead. And oh, look what Tyrannex has run into. Whoa!
That is a juicy, juicy fight. Four Gasties are, if not the best, one of the best fights that you can take in the game. It is worth a ton of experience.
Yeah, but I think he had a reset because I'm guessing he knew that he wasn't going to win that fight. Meanwhile, we have
they might just have too much HP.
Sorry about that. Meanwhile, we have the Kraken.
And Wappy with a timely Quad X takes down Kraken very quickly. All three Light Warriors alive. And on to Tiamat. So once again, we have a difficult side and we have a squishy side. Oh, and Tiamat has Nuke. Looks like he's not going to let that phase him. He's going to go straight through and 4 hits for 127 damage. Tiamat is down.
Alright, then let's see who that alternate.
Here we go again?
Is this thing even randomized? Well, actually it is, because 5 hits for 342 damage. Ow.
Well, Wappy knows that these bosses don't have that terribly many HP. Tiamat went down pretty quick. If he can get another Fade or 2 out, he might be able to do this.
Oh, no. That didn't quite work out, and yeah, I can't blame Wappy for trying to...
Yeah, I would do the exact same thing in this position. He's in the driver's seat. All he needs is better turn order or some different skills or spells to come out, and he could do this.
Liking this, going the other way and preserving magic charges, preserving HP, preserving the whole 9 yards, and I believe we'll have no problem with having 3 characters for the next fight here.
Yeah, he got a big swing with that Mazmune. 4 hits for almost 400 damage. And that Thief hangs on with just enough HP to still be standing. And another Fade takes down Carry.
Meanwhile, Tarnin's playing those gas dragons. And just like Tyrannex, it's a challenge, but just one left. It might work out, and I believe it will. There it goes. Whew, well, look at all that experience. Oh, and the white magic just got flattened by Tiamat.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate start. Losing a Fade caster early in this battle is not what we want. Ooh, and a nuclear.
Yeah, I believe we have more grinding in Wappy's future because nuclear. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to grind a little bit more. Need some more hit points.
Yeah, that's some very valuable knowledge, though. Really, we didn't see anything too dangerous outside of that nuclear. So if you can just take down Tiamat early and have the HP to survive any kind of nasty skills or spells that Carry might throw out, this is a very doable seed. Oh, Alexander Rapp pointing out that we saw a loose slab in her chest, which means that the tail is in Corneria Castle. We know this because the robot must have the crown in order for us to get the Mystic Key.
Well, looks like Tarnin's gonna take a crack here at the 2 dragons.
Yep, Tarnin's only got a level 9 Thief, so that Thief isn't going to be standing very long. But importantly, it might be able to take a hit or 2 away from the mages. Moving a little bit of equipment around. Probably could have... Oh, well, I guess he could have equipped either the Buckler or the Pro Cape on the Thief, but level 9 Thief is likely not going to be able to survive more than a single hit.
Yeah, we'll see if this works out. And there's a miss. Oof. Tyrannex gonna take a crack at the Temple of Fiends now.
Yep, so Tyrannex now being at a point where he feels comfortable diving. Tarnin is probably going to get through this carry without too much issue. We didn't see anything too terribly nasty, so unless we see a sudden surprise.
Yeah, meanwhile, Wappy's up to, I'm guessing, 35 now? Yes, level 35.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see when he decides to stop the grind and make another play for it. Looks like he's banking on this being a tougher fight than what we've seen just yet, so playing it a little bit cautious.
Yeah, but is cautious going to be a winning strategy here? We'll find out shortly. Oh, I see that Tarnin picked up life at level 6. I don't think Wappy did. All right, here we go. Carry and Tiamat for Tyrannex. Carry and Tiamat for Tarnin. This is going to be close.
Yeah, we've got a double pull. Tyrannex going with all offense, just fades galore. Ooh, Tiamat showing that first spell is nuke, and we already saw that Tiamat's first skill was nuclear. So you absolutely need to take out that blue dragon as soon as possible.
Yeah, and as a result, Tyrannex is going to have to try again, and there's another nuke. And this is just making Wappy's strategy look all the better.
Yeah, Tarnin immediately seeing that first turn nuke decides, nope, more levels is the answer. So he's going to head back to Earth Cave and take a couple more fights. Tyrannex, meanwhile, still working on getting back to the Double Dragon fight.
Meanwhile, Cheesinator is quietly knocking out airs and advancing to level 30. We'll see if he's going to take a crack at the Chaos Shrine at some point here.
Yeah, Cheese has been very slowly grinding these airs. Once again, had taken the option of a lesser tile, lesser being that it's not one of the real big ones, that is. But he's making up time. I mean, he hasn't taken any wipes in Topher yet, so he's still working his way through.
All
right.
right.
Decided he's back in the saddle and head back into Topher and see if we can't give this another go. Got about 500 HP on each of his light warriors now, so much better odds of surviving a nuke or a nuclear coming out of Tiamat.
Tarnin concluding that this isn't quite working out, so quickly going against those wizard vampires.
Yeah, Thief's up to 5 hits now with that Mazmune. Takes a nasty hit from Carry 2, but has enough HP now to be able to survive that kind of damage. And level 40 now for all of his light warriors.
Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Will Wappy come back from his first race defeat here? Well, we'll find out with an immediate nuke. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, his HP is much higher range now. Unfortunately, that Thief does not have enough to take a hit from Carry 2 and a nuke, so down he goes. I think turn order is going to be the deciding factor here in this final.
Yeah, because I mean, another 10 levels really isn't going to mean all that much right now.
Yeah, I mean those levels will get you about 100 more HP on each of those light warriors and a little bit more magic defense, but not that much more when it comes to survivability. So this is a very dangerous fight, even though it might be one of the ones that our runners would typically want to see from the Double Dragons.
All right, this is now take 4 now for Wappy, and here we go again. Now the okay, I like the fact that there's a fast that's gonna help. That's gonna help if Fade comes down. Okay, gonna get a hit in. Ooh, 792. Oh, hurry up, Thief, and hit Tiamat. Oh, wins! Wappy wins. 24-42.
Oh, Some big damage swings from that Thief. And down go the double dragons, showing that a Thief at level 40 with a Mazmune can still do quite a bit of damage. So, GG. He has earned his 3 points and has caught right back up into this race.
Okay, Tyrannex given a try now. Fade coming down. It's no fast, I believe, on the Thief, but down goes Carrie, and down goes the White Mage. There's an oh no, gonna have to try again.
Yeah, unfortunately, just not quite enough HP to survive that nuke, but very close attempt from Tyrannex.
Yeah, looks like the fast spell was all the difference right now. As we see Cheesinator at level 37 getting very close to that level 39 and 40 mark.
Yeah, Tarnin has also moved his way back into Topher, giving these Fiends another go. Couple fades coming out from his mages. Carrie still stands. Wow, a big hit from Carrie. Almost wipes out the red mage. But 9 HP is greater than 0. That red mage is still standing. Cure 4 is going to quickly bring all of his party members back up to snuff. And we're going to have another double dragon pull.
Here we go. This is doing a little equipment rearranging here. And it's about to be game on. Fade for Carrie. Let's see. Here we go. And will the Thief stay alive?
Cheesinator has come out of his slow slumber and has moved his way into Topher now, too.
Oh my goodness, an immediate nuke, and down goes the Thief already, and already big trouble for Tarnin.
Yep, he's going to need some high damage fade rolls here. Unfortunately, that red mage... unfortunately, taking too much damage from these physical attacks. Tarnin has decided more levels is the answer. Gonna go back to the grind.
Yeah, and Tyrannex also had his Thief destroyed. So, and a Lit 2 hits for 49 with 49 each. Oh, try it again. Well, I tell you what, folks, this is probably something you were looking forward to watching. Is a much more complicated competition here, and I'm liking what Cheesinator's trying here, Fog and Invis, but now needs to get that Cure 4 up. And I did see a fast from the Red Mage there, so let's hope the Cure 4 works out. 10 hits, 400 damage. It counters with 7 hits for 300, but all 3 Light Warriors still standing over in Cheesinator's side. Oh no, slain. But that's all right. Red Mage back in the game, and down goes Tiamat. And I do not believe Carrie's going to be around for much longer. Fade for 2. Game over. Cheesinator going to 5 points.
GG. Cheesinator taking second place in a rough final boss battle. Tarnin has found his way back into Marsh Cave. Don't really know. Did he not get the Mazmune? I thought he had the Mazmune from here already.
And apparently not. Oof.
Okay, well, he now has the Mazmune. That might be enough for him to decide it's time to go.
So clearly Cheesinator is in the driver's seat to advance to the grand final. As a matter of fact, I believe Cheesinator needs second place to automatically qualify for the grand final. I'd actually just need third place, actually. Even if Wappy wins, and it depends on qualifier time, which I don't have in front of me.
Cheesinator was the second seed, I believe. Overall, which would mean that in a tiebreaker, he would beat Wappy 103. So, yeah, Wappy needs to finish first, and Cheesinator needs to finish in fourth in order for Wappy to have a shot at automatic advancement to the finals.
So there's your situation right there. So it was that first race by Wappy that's gonna really hurt as far as advancing the grand final. But Wappy's in decent position to at least advance in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely don't count any of these runners out. Even this match has still not finished. That 1 point is very important. If Tyrannex gets that 1 point, it's anybody's race to move into the semifinals, and no one is safe.
Well, let's see what happens. Well, so Tyrannex is only at level 30. Tarnin's at level 39, so a little bit more HP to work with as the Thief goes down.
Yeah, Tarnin has better levels on his mages. Unfortunately, his Thief is actually lower level than Tyrannex's Thief. So when it comes to physical attack power, Tyrannex has the advantage. Tarnin, on the other hand, has the advantage when it comes to that mage HP for that AoE damage. As you're pointing out, a 91 damage fade roll is almost minimum. Definitely not what our runners want to be seeing. Tarnin decides to move the white mage to the front ranks. Going to try and protect that thief for as long as possible. I expect to see a physical priority here, giving the thief a quick fast, and going to throw out some invis 2s as well to try and protect from some physical attack.
All right, here we go. And unfortunately, the thief went first, and oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Nuke comes out, and unfortunately, that thief is really low on HP. Not quite dead yet, though. Going to throw out a Cure 4 and hopefully keep him alive.
And that is not going to work, and we'll have to try it again. Greggly Puff suggesting that somebody get, as a number of people like to call it, the Game Changer.
Yeah, unfortunately, both of our remaining runners are unpromoted as of yet, so even if we found Katana or a Vorpal, can't use that. Gonna have to stick with the Mazmin that we've got, as the case may be. Tyrannix trying some quad X strats on carry. Not quite enough damage has come out just yet, though.
Oh, there's a quad X from Tyrannex. Always liked seeing that.
Tarnin also taking down carry with another fade. And both of our runners going to quickly heal back up and go right back to it, trying to fight these double dragons.
Wow, I can't even count the number of attempts we've made yet. We've made so far.
Yeah, this is definitely not a friendly final fight. And this is not the kind of party that you want to have against a double dragon fight. This is a very dangerous combo.
Oh, that was a good sign from Tyrannex. A dead Tiamat, and it's... Yep, that's not enough damage, and that is! And Tyrannex finishes in third, and Tarnin throws in the towel.
Yep, so 1 point from Tyrannex. This is a close race for second at this point. We pointed out that Cheese has a pretty high likelihood of getting first at this point, but any of these runners could earn second place or third place and move on to the final round, or the semifinals, rather.